Hi, my name is Robert Zappia, and I am the writer of Expiration Date. Let me give you a little background on myself. I have been writing various forms of anything that can be written for my entire adult life. Actually, before then, even as a teenager, I would write short stories and screenplays that were god-awful, but at the time I thought were quite good. My first paid gig was writing for Tim Allen for his sitcom Home Improvement. And I learned so many great things about the craft of comedic writing. I was in the sitcom arena for close to 6 or 7 years, and then I took the next logical step was to write horror films. I basically just siphoned all the bottled up drama and aggression of 6 years of comedic writing and poured it into Halloween H2O, which was the first feature film I had written, and that was the 20th anniversary of the Halloween franchise, made famous by, of course, the great John Carpenter, and starring Jamie Lee Curtis. And after that, I stayed in the horror genre, doing rewrites of various horror projects at various studios, Warner Brothers, Fox, Touchstone. And I got back into television with a science fiction miniseries for the Sci-Fi Network called 5 Days to Midnight, which was originally titled 6 Days Till Sunday, until they cut the budget and we lost a day. So 5 Days Till Midnight was starring Timothy Hutton. It was a 5-part miniseries for the Sci-Fi Network, and I really, it was probably one of my favorite projects just because I've been in love with science fiction since I was a young boy.
Hi, my name's Lee Wiley. I am the illustrator for Expiration Date. I have been incredibly infatuated with comic books pretty much all my life. They've influenced me a lot, and I have always wanted to draw them. And so I've created my own characters, done a few smaller books, my superhero Mayhem, my steampunk book Exodus. I've even dabbled in children's comics with My Little Devil. But I think it's really time to take on a big project, and I really want something to challenge me, to really exercise my talents and grow them. And this is what Expiration Date is for me, is the chance to really shine and tell a fantastic story, with sequential art.
The core premise of Expiration Date is the idea that hundreds of years into the future, when all our resources have been tapped, and we literally have vegetation belts on the top of buildings, and those are how we grow our crops, and water's rationed, and air's rationed, and we're building underwater cities because we've run out of space on land, that the U.S. has mandated this program where you have a forced expiration date. And the idea is that it's a lottery. And when you're born, much like a stent would be put in someone's artery, what is inserted at birth is a cyanide capsule. And this is activated when you turn 18. And basically it's a lottery. Every night when you go to sleep, it waits. When you go into REM sleep, the switch resets. And it's basically, imagine pulling the lever on a slot machine. And every night you pull that lever on the slot machine, and if the 3 cherries come up, your time is up. So what happens is it releases cyanide into your system and you die peacefully in your sleep during REM. So that prohibits anybody dying at the wheel or while flying an airplane, and it's painless. And this can happen when you're 18 years old in a day, and it can happen when you're 100. But it's completely random, at least so they think. And that's where our story begins, is our main character discovers that it's not random, and that these expiration dates can be triggered. And he basically goes on a quest to expose this corruption within the system. And that's the core premise. But what excites me about the story itself is it really is rich with characters, and it's about two brothers and the tragedy of their past that they shared with their mother who passed away because of this program, and he was left to raise his younger brother. It's about him and his girlfriend. It's about relationships that run far and deep within the story itself. Then there's also the whole aspect of the world that this takes place, and that's where Lee is going beyond what I had ever imagined, and taking these concepts of a world 300 years in the future where there's this rampant overpopulation and what that world looks like. And he's taken it to amazing heights.
So in order to get this project going, to do the first phase of the project, we need your support. We've set a goal here on Kickstarter for $6,000, and that those funds are going to go towards funding the first volume of the story. And what we're going to be able to do is we're going to take that first volume and get print copies made, and we're going to go to the WonderCon convention in Anaheim next March. And we're going to have those copies at a table there. We're going to be able to sell them to the public there. We want to take it to the publishers that are there, to see if we can't get some attention to have it commercially published and have, the whole series completed with a major publisher. While there, we want to have promotional items. The funds will go towards that so that we can, sell wristbands and buttons, postcards, posters, t-shirts, hats, all that fun stuff, just to, build more hype about this great story. And, it's all going to happen with your support. And for your support, we're going to handsomely reward you. If you even donate just $1, we're going to give you a postcard that has concept work on it from Expiration Date. If you contribute $5, you'll get that and a PDF digital copy of Volume 1. For $10, you get an exclusive wristband along with everything else. For $25, you'll get all that and you get a print edition of Volume 1. For $50, you'll get an autographed print edition plus a sticker set on top of everything else. For $75, you'll get all that plus a limited edition t-shirt. For a $100 donation, you'll get everything plus an exclusive first print poster. For $250, you'll get all that and you get the master autographed edition of Expiration Date Volume 1. And that's signed by the whole team, by Robert, me, and other team members involved with this project, plus a limited edition baseball hat. For $500, you'll get everything plus a personalized sketch with a message in the print edition from me. For a $1,000 donation, you get all those goodies, plus you'll have your likeness on a character in the final graphic novel of Expiration Date. For a donation of $2,500, you'll have your likeness on a major character in the book. And honestly, you tell me what else you want, because we can't thank you enough for your support if you can donate that much money to our project.